Welcome to the world of English. I'm Manpreet Sharma from Akal Academy, Mukutsar. We are going to read a literature poem. Let's enjoy it. We are going to read a poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. The poem is taken from the book First Flight of Grade 10th and is written by Leslie Norris. Leslie Norris is a well-known poet who is a Welsh poet and short story writer. The poem consists of 5 stanzas and has 4 lines in each and has the rhyme scheme of ABCB. The poet talks about the 2 distinct settings, the one in the zoo and the other in the natural habitat. Now we will read the first stanza of the poem. Let's begin with it. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet white, in his quiet rage. The tiger, that's he, stalks, walks the few steps of his cage. Few means very less steps. Why? Because the cage is very small. That's why he is taking the very few steps. Then on pads of velvet white, the pads, the paws of the tiger. Look at this picture. The pads that are very soft like velvet, and the footsteps are quite silent because the footsteps are not making any noise. In his quiet rage, rage means anger. Quiet means very silent anger because he was helpless. Literary devices in this stanza. Now look at the rhyme scheme of this stanza, that is ABCD. Next, personification, because tiger is personified with he, that is particularly used for human beings. Next poetic device that is used in the stanza is metaphor, because the paws are compared with velvet without like and as. Look at this, paw pads of velvet. Enjambment is where one line is continually without any punctuation. Vivid stripes the few steps of his cage. In the first line, no punctuation is used, that's enjambment. Next poetic device that is used, imagery. Imagery, when we imagine that the tiger is in the zoo and he's walking, he's taking few steps, that is called imagery. The picture is in our mind when we read it. Next is consonance. Consonance is the consonant sound is being repeated. Look at stalks his stripes, sir, her, sir. The continue consonant sound is being repeated. That's consonance. Next poetic device is assonance. Vowel sound is being repeated. In his vivid stripes, I, E sound is being repeated. That is assonance poetic device which is used in the stanza. Next is oxymoron. When 2 opposite adjectives are put together, quiet rage, quiet is silent and rage is anger, violence. That is. Now we will do the second stanza of the poem. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. He, the tiger, should be lurking. Lurking means hiding himself in the shadow in the long grass. Near the water hole. If the tiger is in the natural habitat, he would be hiding himself to make its prey of deer. The plump means the fatty deer who would come at the water point and would attack upon him immediately and would eat it. Now, the literary devices that are used in this stanza. First is enjambment. I have already told you when the one line is continued to the second without any punctuation. So here enjambment is used. Next is alliteration. Now look at this, plump pass. The consonant sound is again being repeated. That is alliteration. P sound is being repeated. Next poetic device, imagery. Again an image is created in our mind that the tiger is near the water hole in its natural habitat, hiding himself in the shadow and attacking upon the plump deer. The third stanza goes like this. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. So the poet talks about the tiger who is free in the jungle. He should be snarling around houses. Snoring means roaring at the jungle's edge, bearing the teeth, the claws of the tiger, and is making the people of the village afraid. Literary devices in this stanza. The first is enjambment. As I told you, the one line is continued without the punctuation mark. That's called enjambment. Onomatopoeia. It means the word that is describing the sound. Here it is snoring. The snoring is the word that tells the sound of the tiger. Next is assonance. Assonance is the vowel sound is being repeated in the line. Look at this. Should be around houses. Or. Bearing his white fangs. E sound is being repeated. Next is consonants. The consonant sound is being repeated. His S is very familiar on this. Fangs, his claws. Sir. Hope you have understood the 3 stanzas of the poem. Thank you very much for watching this video.